Welcome back to Fire Princess Reviews. I'm Fire Princess Lily, here to talk about comics, cartoons, and other awesome nerd shit. So, I said in the last video that we might be talking about X-Men Red, and obviously, we're talking about X-Men Red. Yes, this is a Deadpool variant cover. I liked it, I got it, so there you have it. I do like Marvel variant covers. DC really isn't going to be doing them anymore, which is fine. I understand that they want to keep the cost of making comics down, so we can keep getting comics at an affordable price. So I do appreciate that, but I definitely do like variant covers. So let's talk about X-Men Red. It is Jean Grey's team. I know you thought she was leading blue, and she is leading blue. That's just younger versions of the X-Men kind of plays blue. That's what that is. Although, recent issues have suggested that the team lineup is changing. It's interesting. It's weird. We might get into that some other time, but let's talk about X-Men Red, right? So, several months ago, I talked about Phoenix Resurrection and the entire kind of clustery fuck that was in order to bring back original original Jean Grey. She is back. She's alive. She's no longer tied to the Phoenix, and hopefully never will be again. I mean, she probably will be again when Marvel starts getting bored of her not being the Phoenix, because that's just kind of what they do to her. I really hope she has a good life and doesn't die this time, because she's died so many times, and it's annoying. That's kind of her entire character arc all the time is, death, resurrection, death, resurrection. So hopefully she just stays alive. So Jean Grey wants to be an ambassador for mutants to the rest of the world. She wants to create another mutant nation, sort of like Utopia, but better than Utopia, better than Genosha, and she's trying to present it in a way that people won't bomb the shit out of it, because oh my god, mutants cannot catch a break. It's terrible. It's always been terrible, but it just continues to be so for mutants. And, I mean, Inhumans kind of catch a break from the general populace. So I don't really understand, why that is. I never quite understood why Inhumans get a pass, mutants don't. It's weird to me, but that's what it is. It's fine. So Jean, is like, okay, I'm going to go to the United Nations. I'm going to present a new mutant nation, and yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. And if we present ourselves sort of through this respectable way, it is respectability politics, so fine. If we present ourselves as being more open than we have in the past, then maybe we can make this work, because that's the dream, that's the goal, is to get humanity and mutants to finally just get along. And I don't think that's ever going to happen unless we get a House of M style world. But hey, dreams is dreams. So, her talk goes really well. She doesn't have a lot of friends at the UN, but she does get through to some people until somebody's head explodes near her. And suddenly it's Jean Grey has made somebody's head explode. That's the headlines. And so she has to go to Wakanda, where she's already kind of got amnesty anyway in Wakanda because T'Challa is an old friend. And so that's kind of where our story picks up, or starts off. So the team is actually a pretty interesting team. It kind of gets gathered along, and by issue 4 we have all the members. So, of course, Jean Grey is leading it. Nightcrawler, from his recent sort of breakup, not quite a breakup sort of thing with Rachel, has decided to step away from the gold team and be on the red team, to give the two of them a little space from each other. And here comes a train. So hopefully it's not too loud. But anyway, so Jean, Nightcrawler. Now, Laura's not doing anything for any teams, so she's a candidate, and she comes on board along with Gabby. Hopefully Jonathan will be showing up too and doing Jonathan things, because I really like Jonathan, the actual Wolverine. So, boom. They go and they save a mutant called Itinerary. Her whole mutant power, she's a new mutant, made specifically for this, right? And her whole thing is she can talk to machines. She can't control them, but she can talk to them and sort of kind of get them to respond and listen to her. It's not perfect, but it's what she does. Another mutant in Wakanda, his name is Gentle. He's apparently super strong, super durable, but his powers hurt him, so he doesn't like to use them. He doesn't want to hurt people anyway, that's why he's called Gentle. So they save a mutant in India. We kind of got to that. It's really just Jean, Nightcrawler, Laura, and Gabby at that point, but they save her, and they have no idea, what's going on, how people even knew that she was a mutant, because she doesn't look like a mutant, because you know how it is. If you kind of don't look like a mutant, you can kind of lead a normal life. You don't have to be, out in the open. You can stealth on by. Not every mutant chooses to do so, but this particular one was. It turns out that there's a new kind of sentinel. It's a sentinel bot. It's like a little nanite that attaches to a portion of a human's brain and basically turns them into a sentinel, more or less. They don't get like the flights or the laser cannons or anything. They just know who mutants are, and they can basically multiply themselves and spread out to other people. It's interesting because it's kind of really the most dangerous sentinel they've probably ever created. Just because it can infect normal people and give everybody basically the ability to tell who is a mutant, who is not a mutant, and drive them to want to harm mutants. So that's everybody. Then Storm shows up for reasons. I'm trying not to spoil it because you should probably read it. It only has 4 issues currently, so you can totally catch up and totally grab the first 4 issues and start your subscription and get this going. But Storm shows up. And then they go to Atlantis, and for reasons, they go to Atlantis, and Namor also decides to join the team. So, that's good. So that's your team. Your team is Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, these 2 new mutants named Gentle and Temerary, Laura X-23, Honey Badger, Storm, and Namor. And I think that's a really great lineup. It's an interesting lineup. This is currently being written by Tom Taylor. I hope it continues to be written by Tom Taylor. Mostly because Laura's on the team, and he's a really good Laura writer. So I just like what he does with the characters. So I can't wait to see what he does with all the other characters now that they're kind of in his power to do with as he wants. He kind of does pay attention to a lot of the canons of the past and works them into his stories. So that's nice. That's good. Yeah, so that's X-Men Red. I like it. I give it probably a 8 out of 10 as far as comics go. Maybe more like a 7.8 if I'm being honest and fair. Just because I'm really worried that Jean's just going to end up dying again because that's kind of her whole thing, and I don't like it. But it's what happens. Yeah, so read it. It's good. So what are we talking about in the next video? Well, I'll tell you what we're talking about in the next video. Some of you are going to be either happy or sad about this. I know I don't get a lot of viewers, but for those of you who do watch my videos, or maybe watch all my videos, we're going to be talking about All New Wolverine again. It's going to be our last All New Wolverine video because it's the last All New Wolverine story. It's Old Woman Laura, and I actually can't wait to talk in depth about it. It's going to be long. It's going to be spoilers. It was a good way to tie up the series, but we'll get into that next video. And what we're going to do after that, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. I can't wait to tell you about some of the things that are coming out in August, too. It's going to be exciting. There's going to be some exciting videos from myself, at the very least, coming up on the channel, and I hope you're here for them. So until next time, I'm Fire Princess Silly, and until I see you again, love comics, love cartoons, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!